Hello, hello, my crafty friends. Let me find myself, the usual. Am I here? I hope that you guys have had a good week. One down. Decently straight. My daughter's happiness here. Gotta love kids. They're the best. Teach you a lot about yourself, that's for sure. All right. Say hello when you get here. I need to turn that off. This is always so strange. Anyway, I'm here and I'm looking forward to catching up with you guys. And I have a box here. So excited. I haven't looked at the box yet. Had the box. Haven't looked at the box. Because I have been focused on getting stamps up, right? All right, so hi Barbara, how are you today? Okay, so here we go. I had a card that I wanted to share with you guys, and I made this card it's actually inspired by Stamp with Brian, I think his deal is, and I was trying to, oh, here it is, here's the folder. And I used the Halloween folder that, well, it's not really the Halloween folder, Swirls of Magic embossing folder, to create this card with these balloon dies, which were a must because for me they're all stacking or nesting. And I created this card and I thought I was going to share it with you. My thing might not be plugged in. Golly, you have to figure out that. And I embossed, and then I took like a silver ink pad and went over the top, and so that the embossed, which is the side, is the up side that you can feel the texture. The deboss is when it's inside. If you use the other way, you can use both ways. But it kind of just took that silver. I forgot how pigment ink really needs to be heat set or have a long time to dry in between. This is the silver stripe paper, and it's a pearl paper that has these delicate glitter, silver glitter. I just really love it. I'm really sad that my one light is not super functional right now. We'll try that. And you can see I embossed all the balloons, and I embossed this background and set it on top of that so I could showcase that. And the balloons have these little strings, and you just cut them down. So that is my art share today. I don't know what we're going to get done because I have not looked at this. So we've got my little order here to look at, and I'm going to set these aside, but I wanted to share that. Here it is, and this is in the May-August count. The May-August. The balloons, balloon festoon, and actually the matching stamp set. Although I'm not putting the stamp set with these because they're nesting, so I will use them for many other things. So we'll put that out there. Move that embossing folder. All right, the craft Destash is live. So if you're not able to get onto it, let me know and I will help you. Just kind of don't use the QR code because it turns out the free QR code is not free, which was rather annoying. I only get so much time to figure it out. but there is a youmewho.com/Linda's Craft Destash sale. So just should have kept that as Crafty Clearance. It would have been easier for everybody because y'all know it under Crafty Clearance. But Linda's Craft Destash sale. Now get in there. You can claim things. We're still, you know, figuring out some of it. All right. I did consult with my sister, the landscape person. The leaves are definitely begonia leaves. I thought it looked like a rose, but apparently begonias actually have a rose-like look to them. So the stamp of the month is legit. I knew I had this, and we're going to look at that. So you've seen the stamp of the month and metallic magic. I'm going to post this flyer in, and it's kind of a release of the products that came with this, and we're going to open up the boxes. Now, I have been gone, so I have not opened it, but I want you just to take a look at how pizzazzy, is that a word? Pizzazzy? Pizzazz is a word. This just adds a lot of specialty to your projects. That's the gold, there's silver, just ticks things up just a little notch there, and I love it. There's little words. I did not go nuts. Awesome, Tina. So we're going to open my box and see what we got. Of course, I did not get everything. I would love it, and we may play with it if we get a chance. And I was going to say, oh, that's the Pretty Poinsettia class. Oh, that's where that's at. I mean, I signed up to do the class, and so I wanted to know what other supplies I needed. I'll post this up so you guys have it as a quick reference guide. Hello, Leslie. It does only work with the embossing folder that Stampin' Up has, or embossing machine that Stampin' Up has. And I've seen a little bit of odds and ends of complaints about it doesn't work with other embossing machines. And I'd just like to put out there, if that is something you're thinking about, is it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for Stampin' Up to make something that works with other people's machines when they have their own. It needs to work with the machine that they sell. Just a little thought process there. But there are some directions on this, so I will make sure this is posted. Some samples. It also lists out in pictures. I like to look at pictures to say, oh, I have this or I don't have that. There's a lot of stuff that I do not have a ton of. I'm kind of intrigued, but we'll have to see just how. Like, there's some, definitely, like, I did not get that. I did not get that. I did get the butterflies, and I did get the echoes of detail. I wanted to play with that. And the sentiments I got, but not the stamp set. And then I got sentiments. Did I get? No, I didn't get that sentiment. I got this one. And then I got the polka dots. I just feel like the flowers are nice and they're pretty. But for me, I know that I will always use the Swiss polka dots no matter what. So that's how I went with that. So without further ado, here's our little piece of paper. Here are my pretties. And we're going to take a look and we're going to go through and check these guys out. And there is definitely a weight difference in these embossing folders, or there's definitely a weight difference. All right, so let's open up Sesame. I did take out the cord, so you're going to have these boxes like this. This is the way they actually come in the kit. I feel like there's something, there is a magnet there. Get that out of the way. And this is the cord that it comes with, and I have already plugged my cord in just because I wanted to be able to have it. So I need to undo this. You can't even see it. I needed to be able to have it plugged in without having to take apart things on camera. Yeah. So everybody, how was your week? Almost 2 weeks that I've been gone. Vacation was amazing, and we got to see orcas, right? Priceless. All right. So here's our electric cord that came out of this, and then there is another piece, so don't lose this piece. I'm going to set that up there and get rid of this box. There is a hot shimmer spacer. We shall not lose this. Just going to open that up and take a look at this. I'm hoping that it really truly is green so that I can... Oh, there's more than one in here. Okay, so this is good information. You have a very thin green one. And then you have another spacer. Both of them say hot foil, so that will be easy for you guys to remember which one they go to. But they're not for cutting, they're not for embossing folders, but they're actually for the hot foil. Okay, so we've got those. I don't even know where to put all this stuff. Ooh, the box, right? The big old box. I don't think I'm going to be able to like cut the pieces out and have that work. All right. Here it is. So let's see what we got going on here. So we have this piece. We have a tray, and this tray is a silicone mat. I can already feel it. Operating instructions, let's not lose those. We have another silicone mat, and Tina, we have there is a magnetic tool in here. So it does come with a magnetic tool. Here we go. Press the button. So I'm going to find something. Okay. So to release, you push the button. Actually, this might be a very useful tool for a lot of other things, like you get in here and you can pick up stuff, little dies and things. So this has a lot of potential uses outside of just this. Anything else in our box? Nothing else in the box. Okay. Has anybody ordered this yet and gotten it? This came before, like in the middle of the whole stuff with Jeff's mom. Okay, it already does come with the plates, so I must have just got excited and ordered extra plates. Extra plates are not a bad thing. So this, get all the plastic off of these. Ah, got it. Got it. Well, I'm excited for this cute little... I've always like looked at the hot foil thing and not been willing to invest in it, so I've never gotten it. But since I've gotten more into card making, or since we've gotten into Stampin' Up, a little too neat. So let's get rid of that. All right. So it looks like I have all the pieces. I have this, I have this mat, I have the heating plate, I have the shims, and I did get the kit, so I have these rolls of foil, which are gold, pink, and silver. So what do the foils look like? Let's check them out. Got it. Very fun, Tina. Very fun. Oh, they're small. They're very small, guys. They do have a little piece right here that glues it shut. I can see why. But nice little storage boxes. And Tina, have you had any issues? Because I know you're on the sale. I've been peeking around. Have you had any issues with the site that I should be aware of? All right, so let's move this out of the way. Our paper's out of the way. Oh, I'm sure that they will have more colors once they determine the success rate of the product. It is my experience that they do a limitation of things, or a small offering of something. So we have that, and then the pink. Ooh. There we go. That's a pretty pink. All right. Let's put them off to the side here. I have a serious need to clean my space again. All right. So, build your sandwich. Oops, this is 5 and 6. It would help if I start at the beginning. If we want them to carry colors, more colors and more stuff, then we have to buy it from them so that they can afford to stock it, in a nutshell. All right, so I have this extra piece right here. I make sure there's no dust on the paper. Awesome. All right. Hot. It says hot multiple times here, you guys. Maybe I need some. So there's a platform station, which is this. So I'm guessing that this goes on top of this, like that. This is the cooling mat. So that's probably, we move on to that. We have the power supply with a polarized plug and So we went to Canada, you guys. We went to Vancouver Island and Victoria. Okay. So putting together things here. Aha. Power goes over here. Ooh, guys, this is magnetic. All right, well, I don't want it to heat up and right this second, so I'm actually going to unplug it. That's a little scary. And just sit back. Foil sheets can't be reused. That makes sense. So we have this on the station, the ability to plug it in. Once it's plugged in, it will beep and everything will flash. During the heating, the timer stays lit. It will beep again. The light will stay solid and the timer will flash. So this has got to be hot first, and then we're going to take a dye. So let's find us a dye here. Thinking that maybe white or black, you guys. Let's not do the butterflies because they have involved stencils and I'm not sure what to do, how those work exactly. All right, let's do the Swiss dots because that's like doable. And we'll play with echoes. So we're going to try the Swiss dots first. I feel like they're safe, and we're going to get this anything plasticky out of the way. All right, so it beeps everything and place the die flat side up. So let's look at our dies. You know, I have had like a dozen different dry embossing machines, and I have really enjoyed this. I have really enjoyed the other embossing machine from Stampin' Up. It's really good. So I'm really hoping that this will be the same way. Foil, shiny side down cardstock. All right. All right, guys, we're gonna be brave. For some reason, I thought these were supposed to be a different color. Am I wrong? Hot foil. So this is, okay, so I just felt like this was so heavy. These guys were so heavy. I don't know. I just might be making stuff up. Okay, so these are definitely flatter than the dies that cut out. Definitely different. So let's go with, plug this in. Put it onto there. Power cord beeps, all the lights briefly flash. The white button stays lit and the red button flashes. Wow. So far so good, folks. Swiss dot. All right. Timer button stays on. The red light will flash. When it's ready to use, it will beep again, and the red light will become solid, and the white will flash. Then you place the die flat side on the surface. So this would be the flat, onto the surface, and press the white timer again. Yep, getting hot. Hi, Pat. Lay it all flat. The impression, oh, interesting. Oh, aren't you a wealth of amazing knowledge? So I have colored cardstock here, and I'm gonna do black right now just because I feel like it will show up much better than it will show up on white. I could be wrong. Let me go grab another piece of white. Oh, reports are finalized. They finalized while I was on vacation, and I will get kits out as after I get some things done as far as getting the rest of the inventory price for stamps and dies. Whew, so glad that one of my good customers, you guys are amazing, catch things and let me know when stuff is kind of funny. My vacation was amazing. I was going to tell people, go visit Canada. Besides the fact the exchange rate is awesome. All right. We're going to do 4 1/4. We're going to do like card front just to play with things. And I really think the black is going to show up well, but we'll do some white just in case. We did a whale watching tour. We got to see the orcas. And when we were on the ferry from the United States to cut a ferry with our car on there, and we went from Port Angeles, Washington over to Victoria, BC, which is on Vancouver Island. Not to be confused with the Vancouver I live in. And we went to Bush Art Gardens, which was amazing and a must-see for everybody. It was just amazing. And we went to the Butterfly Gardens, which are not probably... Okay, that's still blinking, so it's not hot yet. Okay, so let's continue to, while we're waiting for this to do its thing, we need to pick out some foil. All right, black. Let's do the pink on the black just for the heck of it. I want to just get a piece ready for this. Because you build your sandwich, it sounds like it's all still plugged in and keeping warm while you're doing this. You put this on, we're going to let it heat up, and then once it does its, when the green light turns on, all the lights will be lit. It is time to add the foil. All right, pretty good directions here. But yes, it was a nice break. Oh, and we went to a zoo on our way back. There's this little zoo at Port a point defiance. I'm getting all the ports versus points mixed up. All right. This is very thin, you guys. So it says that I will put my foil shiny side down. So I'm just going to cut this. This looks dangerous to cut. I love that I can do this with you guys. Pat, have you been able to get on the sale? Tina, I know you're on the sale. This is a new platform, so it's definitely a learning experience for everybody. So anything that's weird or goes wrong, I need you to let me know. So, Tina, have you tried to use the foil afterwards? Okay, just want to have, so there's a pattern on it because you've used it to heat, and you were saying you can't use it again, but have you ever tried to use it and let that other pattern come through on the next one you've done? Tina is currently our resident expert in foiling. So scissors are able to get that little silver or that little plastic thing. Ooh, it beeped, you guys, it beeped. Okay, put this away for a second. Okay, so it says, I'm gonna go backwards. I'm going to put my trusty dusty thing on here like this, release it. Yes, the CTMH sale, my get rid of clearance thing. So you really want to have this piece because I feel the heat radiating off of that, just as an FYI. Then I put it down. Press the white timer. The yellow light will flash while the die is heating. Okay. And then I'm trying to see how this is gonna work. There's like lots of sandwich directions here, you guys, because we're gonna bring that over. My space might be too small. Build your sandwich by placing the items on the die. Foil, cardstock, shim, spacer. Ooh, so we have to use both of these. Oh, you are done. Are you done shopping? Then I'm going to invoice you, and you will be a trial error. You'll get an invoice from the program, but then I will send you an invoice from PayPal that gives you the different ways you can pay me, although they're also on the different sites. So after we put the foil on, when this gets hot, we're going to add the foil, cardstock, green, because it's the shim. Then we're going to put this on, and we're going to run it through the machine. Interesting. So you run it through and you do not reverse it. Because you know how I like to go think, ooh, it's ready. Okay, guys. So I'm going to put the hot foil on. Oh, no, 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 no. Get rid of that. That's the mat for holding the, too much stuff loose. Face down. And again, do not touch it. Then I'm going to take my black cardstock because I think it'll show up really nicely on this. And because I love to burn myself on things, I went and got some self-heal tweezers here with a ceramic thing. And we're going to put that on top of that. And I don't, oh, well, that didn't work very well, did it? Now, if you have the embossing, if you have the embossing stuff from CCT or from Stampin' Up, you will have a ceramic tipped, and the ceramic tip will keep it from hurting you. So then you're going to place this on it next. Then you're going to place this on it next. I'm going to get my machine because it says to unplug and shift to the machine. So let's get the machine. Here's our machine. Okay. I'm going to unplug this. Carefully remove from the platform, keeping it stable. Somebody forgot to tell it how I don't do stable very well. And you just start running it through. Okay, this is an easy crank, guys. Okay, we're done. Then it says to place the platform. Okay, so this is cool on the bottom. Place it onto that. So we've done that. Get this out of the way. All right, here's our magic. Then we take off, remove the shim and the spacer, and then peel back the foil. Shim, spacer. That's a little warm, guys. It's not bad, but it's warm. Oh, look at that. You guys, that's actually pretty cool. This is a little warm. It's not super bad, but it's definitely warm. Then you're supposed to pick up this and put it onto that so it can cool. And that's our first one. So I think the black really shows it off. All right, so we'll move a cooling mat aside. I'm going to put that up here. And let's try the other ones. So I moved my cooling pad out of here so that I can't really touch it. Those of you guys that know me know that I'm... All right, so this is blinking. We're gonna grab the other dies that we have here. So I have to wait for it to beep at me again. Heating the white timer and the red flashes. As soon as it beeps again, we'll put that on. And let's look at these. So these are 3 different ones, which I could put all 3 of them on and use 3 different colors. So let's... annoying thing. Let's do just a small piece of the foil. So Tina was saying in her experience that you can't reuse it because the foil has been used, and you can see how it's got the dots. But I'm wondering if you couldn't do that or make this useful by using the foil and transferring the negative as part of the dot. Things that make you go, Okay, so you're going to need at least 1 sheet, if not 2. So when I make a bunch, you just let the die, just leave it on there. Awesome. That gets done, so we'll do that. Let's do the bricks in the pink. Let's do gold so we can see what they look like. Oh, maybe the yellow brick road might be kind of more appropriate. This is my worry, is that the foil is going to be all over the place. Okay, so here's my gold. And then I want to do another pink off of this, but I do not see my pink foil. Does anybody see the pink foil? Not the unused one. Well, sugar shoot darn, guys. I do not know where that went. So let's put these on. I'm going to try, honestly, to put these on magnets, because this stuff drives me nuts that you are trying to do. Got it. Oh, there's not like a ton of room to be. I might not be able to do this. There we go. By hook or by crook, right? I have a glass mat on here, so don't panic when I'm doing this. Lucky, lucky. Okay, so now I'm going to heat my dies up by pushing that button, and now that button is happy. So because I don't know where the other pink went, we are going to reuse this just because we can. I'm really puzzled where this went. And I may need to do 2 pieces of cardstock. Okay. Small rubber bands. You know, I think I have some for Sarah Grace's hair, because since she started doing the aerial arts, they do performances. All right. Yeah, it did not need a lot of pressure, guys. I ran it through that one time and it was happy for creating the little polka dots. And this is pretty neat to look at. I'm just gonna, what a way to get metallic paper without paying $2 or $3 for the sheet. Well, because that polka dot, I will use it and use it and use it. That's why I bought it. I'm not so sure I would use the flower background, but definitely will use the polka dot. Okay, happiness is that. All right, I'm gonna do this on this piece. And this may not be exactly right, and we may have some crossover here. So this is my silver. This was my gold piece. And this is my pink piece. Okay, don't know how this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it. Shim goes down first. Where's my sandwich? Stay down, guys. This goes down. Static is a real thing here, guys. Then we're going to put our hot foil plate on top. We're going to bring our machine. And, oh my gosh, we're running late. Nobody cares, right? Unplug this. Pick up your piece. Okay. Now remember, this is not one that you're going to roll it through again. And on Thursday, I will, very excitingly, all right. That, like I said, this one is not bad for being warm. Oh, shoot. Oh, you know what? I forgot the paper. Ha! I get it, Tina. What a dork. So did it even come off on anything? Oh, shoot. I wonder if it's going to be on here. It is. Oh, guys. All right. So obviously, paper makes a difference here. So we'll try that again with those. What a dork. All right. So Tina, what happens when you do this on that mat? But for what it's worth, I want everybody to be able to take a look at that because it's actually pretty cool, even if it is not what exactly I wanted. Ah, this is interesting. So I thought when I did this, I put the silver down first and then I put the gold and the pink on top of it because I wanted the silver to come through, but that is not what happened. The top layer is what showed up. And I was screaming at the phone and I couldn't hear you. What is wrong with me? All right, so here we go. Take two. It's doing its happy thing here. Do you know if this it just happens? So do you just leave it there? All right, we got to get some foil cut again since I'm challenged on this. And I'm sure I'll make this mistake. You need that like yelling emoji. There needs to be a yelling emoji or something, right? Okay, there's my silver. There's my gold. The yellow brick road, right guys? I can see some amazing Christmas cards coming with especially that poinsettia, and I'm sure that they'll have red as like a special release for Christmas or something. Ah, here's my pink. I actually put my pink foil back where it belonged. Diane Carhuma would be so proud of me. Okay, so then we have that. All right. Okay, paper. And paper. Foil? Yeah, so everything on that project is, I have some Christmas hot foil. Yay! Yes, so I can't wait to see what they have for Christmas. At least I have a very, very pretty hot foil shim, and actually shows off the colors pretty well. Okay, so if I want silver to be on top, I'm going to put on silver last this time. And we'll see what happens here. Waiting. So this is what I was excited about. They shared this with us at convention, or they call it on stage. On stage, yeah. It's on stage, backstage. And I think this is just amazing. Okay. Here goes gold for our yellow brick road. Whoops. Now I'm afraid. Shiny side down. Okay, then I want to put my pink on. Now I have a nice bleed over, but let's see if what I think is going to happen happens here. Okay. So the color that I wanted to show up on that die, I put on last. Then we're going to put this and that, and I know I'm outside the lines. A little rogue here. Go rogue. Now we're going to put the shim on. It takes the time to heat up, yeah. Make sure I have it over that piece because I know that that's where my stuff is at. We're going to put this on. And I was so excited. Undo this. Now because it's magnetic, it comes off and on pretty easily. Okay, this is on something. Oh, my tweezers. All right, guys. Into the... Wow. I tell you, this one is so much easier to use for me than Close to My Heart's last one was. And I was really sad when the cuddle bug went away, but look at me go, guys. All right, this is cooling down a little bit, and this one comes off pretty easy. Like I said, this one's not too warm. All right, Tina, we'll try this. Yeah, not bad this time. Still have my pretty on there. It did not come off, but look, it did kind of show up on the back sides of this. So let's take a look at what we got. So the foil is still attached, and oh, you guys, looky, looky. Can we get some ooh and ah? Look at that. So we have 3 pieces that we've done here. And I definitely cannot wait to like have some project. CTMH did not have hot foil. We had the Cricut vinyl. I didn't even, yeah, I'm sure hot foil's been out for a while, but no, we did not have any. I would have been excited because I would have had some old stuff to use. So then, of course, let this cool down. But that's exciting. We were successful. You're right. That's right. Ooh and ah. And we'll figure out something to do. So stay tuned for Thursday, of which I hope to have some projects that we can make. Oh, look how nice and shiny those are on the... Wow. That really has shine, and I'm missing my direct light over here. I'm not sure what the scoop is with it, but we will come up with some projects, barring that my crazy doesn't continue to be crazy with the sale. So hopefully this goes off without a hitch and it's really super easy. All right. Thank you for hanging out almost an hour while we opened the box and plugged it in and tried it. Talk to you soon, everybody. Love you guys.